Hello and good evening, dear souls. Um, Usually, I know it takes time for people to get on live sessions. I don't do those often, but I was drawn to, like anything else that happens in my life, everything is just energies that directing me to what I'm really into and for what I really need to do. And I'm privileged that I was blessed with this type of intuition as part of my spiritual awakening that will really feel souls from a distance. Souls that I would have never, ever in my life probably encountered them. And a lot of them I don't even know in real life, but there's so many threads and so many connections. And it's beautiful, a beautiful puzzle of souls that it's pure light. So I decided to go live because I wanted to answer questions, and it's not really like a Q&A sessions of just anything general, but I was drawn to a soul that either on this live or later on, and you can always watch this live later, um, has a question that has to do with their soul journey. And again, I don't teach people how to be better souls or souls with more consciousness. This is really up to them. We have to know who we are. We don't need anybody to tell us who we are. But I am a guide, meaning this is just my calling. I am a guide. I've been through so many layers of this life in this body, and I've lost so many wars with my ego and with others' egos. And I never really realized the purpose until I woke up. And when I woke up, it's just a fresh, beautiful beginning. And I started doing that. I started guide souls that, like I said, I'm humble enough to say that some of these souls are not even aware of how intense and important their journey is. So we have to always remember that no matter what happens to us, no matter what happens to us, it's part of our soul journey. Now, aside to that, in order for you to have a soul journey, to be active on your soul journey, to actually ascend, to gather all the light you can gather for the situation after this world, you need to be, you need to do good. You need to spread light. You need to spread love. You need to do anything you can to understand that what happens in this life, regardless of what's happening to you, has a reason. You are going to go past that, and everything's going to be okay. But it's up to your choices. We all make choices that can really shift our soul journey. And I'll give you an example. We as souls have so much power, the power that we inherited from the Creator, that we are here to create a reality, to create this whole thing called world. It's all from our wills, or from our desires, or from our knowledge. The world was given to us to build. And a lot of people need to understand that this is a gift that never comes back. So that if you have a role in this job, you have to, if you have a job in this world, you have to really, really, really flow with that and know that this was part of your journey. Another thing, I was told, I was asked in the email by this soul, what happens with time? Like why time is not in the afterlife, or in the world of soul, like many people say. And the answer to this question is that because in this world, our biggest enemy is time. Hello, dear Norma. So our biggest enemy is time, because time can make you miss people. Time can make you vulnerable, because we get, as we go old, we of course getting sicker and sicker. Time is something that limits us, that creates impatience, that creates frustration. I always tell people we are dying from the moment we are born, and this is due to time. Okay, a lot of people sometimes say that time heals wound, but not really. As long as you remember what happened before, that means you're still part of time. And time is something that exists only in this world. It's for natural processes to take part, and of course for us to grow, to learn, to have a new beginning every morning, to have an opportunity to grow souls. So it's a little metaphysical, but it's really, really true that time really is, quote unquote, our biggest enemy. We have to be patient. It has to do with time, especially patient with our prayers. Many people, they believe and want their prayer to be answered, but at the same time, they want it in their own timing. They want it right now, right here. If I need a miracle, just give it to me. It doesn't always work like that. Some processes that are part of this world, they happen, part of your soul journey happens regardless of how you look at it. So just know that you can appreciate time and you can actually use it for your spiritual growth as you practice patience, as you practice compassion, as you just everything. When time slows down, the real you comes out. Sometimes you can get to, and I've had in my life a spiritual moment, so to speak. That spiritual moment made me feel like I'm in a timeless environment. And I'm telling you, there is nothing better than timeless environment. When you don't have thoughts, when you don't think about the next second, everything is time. Think about it. We are slaves of time. Everything we do lengthy, we're going to get tired faster. Tired faster, move the next day slower. It's all time. And I want you to know that you shouldn't give it too much importance. You give it importance as far as existing, as far as living your life honorably, but don't let time dictate everything, because it's supposed to affect you as a soul. It's supposed to distract you. It's supposed to say, when we miss people, when we lose people, why do we really, the sadness, the agony that we get because we'll never see them again. That's what we think. So that's also time, a never. That never is something that scares a lot of people. So that's what I wanted to say to you. Also, people, that, if you ever visited a hospice or volunteer, I have, and hospice people, time is everything for them. Time is their whole, every beat that their heart beats. It's a gift. It's a present. We don't want to be in those situations and be tested of how time can be really your worst enemies. When somebody tells you have 2 months to live, all of a sudden you don't want nothing to do with time. Okay? Same is like, hey, I'm gonna buy you a new car in a year. Then that frustration of waiting and impatience, it takes a lot from the gift. So this is what I want to tell you about time. And Suze, hello. And if you have, and of course Norma, our deal guardian angel, like, you guys don't understand. I don't want to talk about Norma too much, but I just say that we know this soul on the personal level, and she is really, really, this is how I describe it. She's hope for this generation, for this humankind. Souls like hers are hope. And when somebody sees you, not just inspired by you, but sees you as hope, that means automatically on the spiritual level, a light worker. Okay, all of us, when we spiritual and we are kind and we just really put things in proportion and we really want to defeat the ego, we become light workers. And light workers are not better than anybody else or more special. These are just people who are waking up, understand this life, understand the path, understand that this is very short time that we have here, and we have to do anything we can to benefit our soul, not to benefit our body with brand new clothes, not to benefit our home with beautiful fancy room. That doesn't mean anything. It will not go with you when you go fast forward. So might as well the time and the heart that some people, and I appreciate hard workers. I was one of them before I got sick. But some people work so hard, and when you try to stop and think like, what are you working so hard for? Oh man, I gotta buy a pool. I promised the family a pool next year, so I'm putting 14 hours a day on work so I can get them a pool. And I said, don't you think that these 14 hours or whatever many extra hours with your family and and taking care of yourself spiritually more important. But again, people do what they want. There's some people who really enjoy everything this world has to offer materialism wise, and they'll really just enjoy the moment because they're not sure there's anything after this. But those of us who are sure and know beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is an afterlife, there's the real life is afterlife. If you would just try to understand what I'm saying now, and again, it's my opinion, it's not something I'm trying to impose on anybody, but you know, this world, this is the world of lies, the world of illusions, the world which we, no matter how, no matter when, are going to depart from. Most of us don't want any tragedies, so we most likely will give up to our health. And there's nobody that can say, hey, I came back. Well, there are, but there's nobody that can say, I came back and there's nothing. Okay, well, then where'd you come back from? So you have to understand there's a lot. Real life is not here. The reason we call it life is because we have a soul, and the soul is part of life. That's the life in us, and it's contradicting just being here as an eternal soul, limitless soul in a very limiting world. And then we have to deal with this, and we have to deal with evil and people and wars and sickness and diseases. And the fact that there isn't a person in the world, even the richest people in the world, doesn't matter who, from the poorest to the richest, that don't go through a trial or a challenge or feeling like something's weighing on us. Oh, this is what the world is supposed to do to you. And you should just dodge it. You should ignore anything negative. I deal with, and one day I'm going to, when I feel more open about my health, because right now I'm manifesting healing, so I don't want to go and break it down, but I'm very sick. I'm very, very, very sick to a point when old me would be really just depressed and anxious 24/7. I decided to take my pain, to take my suffering, and to just help others. Just do videos, just post, just list, just let people try to resonate, and to answer as many questions as I can, because for some people, like I said, I'm supposed to answer a question. Not knowledge against non-knowledge, but it's something that it's part of their soul journey. I have no idea what that is. People message me all the time. People send me emails and like, well, I don't really watch this show, but I watched you, and I watched 100 different episodes, but I needed to write you because of so-and-so. So if anybody has a question, please feel free to ask. It doesn't have to be personal. You can ask it in general. And if I'm drawn to it, I really would like to answer. Because this is the most important thing. I can talk and talk and talk, and I love to inspire. I'm honored to inspire. I'm getting inspired by inspiring, but because I'm sick, I don't really get to sit down much unless I go to a doctor's visit, like we're right now, and I get to just sit here and wait and talk to you guys. And really, even if you don't ask a question in this live video, you can always private message me a question, something that happened to you, something you try to understand, because I just know this is my job, this is my mission, this is what I'm going to do till my last day. I'm a soul guide to specific souls who are going through a tremendous, amazing journey, and I can see it, I can feel it. I can go online, and sometimes I see you guys speaking, I see you guys commenting, and I'm like, I know this soul. I absolutely am familiar with this soul. I have feelings for these souls. They remind me of home, and even though I don't know them at all in real life, but the communication, you can just lay your eyes into someone, and your soul will feel so familiar. So it's almost like it's magnetizing you to that person, and you don't need to know him in real life. You already do. I mean, like I said, real life is us. In the afterlife, this is not real life. Real life is us in the metaphysical realm, in the spiritual realm. Okay, and you have to understand it. Here we are to work and spread light and show that despite these hardships of the universe and the challenges that life gives us, despite all of that, We are souls. We are going to do our journey. We're going to share lights, and we're going to move on. Now, I don't know if you guys hear me because I'm having a lot of slow connection notifications. But please, if you have questions before I let you all go, and again, you can watch this video later from the beginning. But like I said, I was drawn today a lot to answer a question, and I'm trying to figure out which soul needs it, and I'll get to the bottom of it. And hopefully when I feel better, I'll go back to do a lot of lives, a lot of just webinars, spiritual webinars, just for the sake of knowledge. All of them obviously will be free, just for the sake of knowledge. I really just want you guys to resonate with everything. I get so many messages of people are just so happy, like, oh, thank you, I needed you. Every time I have a rough morning, I go to my phone and I read some of the insights and I enjoy it. This is it. For me, this is it. This is clocking in, clocking out. This is doing work, real spiritual work. And I'm never excited in the way that it's to pump my own ego, to be like, here you are helping. No. I'm humble next to all the souls I speak to. Very, very humble, because I was chosen to speak with very special souls, even if they don't know it at the moment. But I'm here to speak with them. I'm here to just share their light with them. I'm here to maybe wake up something familiar in them. This is true soul guiding. I don't do readings. I don't offer readings for money. I don't do any of that stuff. Whoever I'm supposed to speak to, I speak to. And for as long as they want me to. Because spirituality should never, ever become a business. Even if people need to make a living, they can make a living and then come back and be spiritual. They'll do an amazing job anyways, just by having, hardworking qualities and all that stuff. It's all spiritual too. But sometimes I bump into stuff and I see that it's just almost like a billboard of commercials and coupons and promo codes and stuff. And I'm like, guys, isn't it the opposite? I'd rather gather some people in the park here on the grass and just speak spirituality. Not preach, speak, share light. I'm not preaching any soul because I don't walk in their spiritual shoes, and I'm not part of their journey. Direct just their journey. If I'm part of it as a supporting actor, then fine. But usually that's what you gotta do. So let me read. Thank you. Let me just put my glasses really quick. Thank you for your knowledge and insight and inspiration. God bless you and family. Thank you, and God bless you too. You're absolutely welcome. There's no need to thank me. This is, like I said, it's all part of, I don't know, my collective consciousness in my world. Every little thing I do, even if I see a bird just coming sitting on my car's hood, I know that this bird was supposed to be here. Like, I don't ever speak, I don't ever want to be thanked in a way that, like, sharing your insights, because I'm sharing your insights and I'm getting light and insights right back from you, even if you don't know it. I mean, this is the beauty of communicating in the metaphysical world, because everything is telepathic. Not everything that is sound or heard or seen is false. There's a lot. The most powerful things, by the way, are not seen, are not heard, are not anything like that. They're felt. They're felt deep in your emotion. We have layers of spiritual, let's just say, walls, and way underneath feelings, we have emotions. And emotions is what the soul feels at the moment. Okay? When people just break down crying and high emotional, it's because the soul is highly emotional. And if you have some feelings, that means that something that you can fix, or something that has to do with this world, with the material, usually with even with your brain, something, even a boyfriend and girlfriend situation, that's feelings. Okay? Nobody said, I have emotions for you. You say, I have feelings for you. But the emotions are the will of the soul. And if you want the emotions to come out as a message and not just a mess, you have to align yourself with that. You have to just calm down. You have to be collected. You have to be calm. You have to see it coming. Welcome, embrace it. Open your arms. Let the blessings come in. And and emotions, so you have to control them. That's where your deja vu comes from. That's for your third eye, your intuition. All of these are part of our emotions. Okay, emotions. And I call emotions energy in motion, meaning the soul is doing what the soul is supposed to do, round and round and round again. We're on that Ferris wheel, round and round, whatever we're supposed to do until the Ferris wheel ride is over. And then whatever we collected here, all the kindness, all the just free smiles, all the free love, all the avoiding situations, even if people are mean to you, avoid. Don't confront, avoid. It's good for your soul to avoid. Somebody else make a bad choice that you are involved, get out of the picture. Avoid. By you avoiding, you're winning. Your soul's winning. You're becoming stronger in spirit, stronger in soul, stronger in light. And the stronger you get spiritually, the least of the destructive forces are there to turn you into anger, anxiety, fear. And I really know it's easy saying. And for some people, they have to go through this until their soul contract tells them that they're over it. But guys, always listen to your emotions. Emotions over feelings. Remember that. Once you know the separation, you can manipulate your life. You can do whatever you want, knowing that you're still on your journey. We have a path, we have challenges, we have obstacles, we have everything. The moment you stop realizing that this is your soul journey, you're going to stop making mistakes because of bad choices. But if you know your life right now are on the right path, come together. Like, why do people meditate? People meditate so they can get in touch with their emotions, so they can either heal themselves, getting better, getting wiser. That's why people meditate. And why do they meditate? Why not doing it while you drive? Because you need to just disconnect as much as you can and isolate and not move and close your eyes and breathe in a way that you can reach your emotions. Okay? But at the same time, you can meet your first love and have butterflies out of your body. That's emotion. When you just hear some medical bad news about a loved one that you know are going to impact your life, and all of a sudden you start sobbing and your eyes getting teary, that's emotion. But these emotions, they don't necessarily have to be sad. Even though the saddest moment, the most challenging moment, the most horrendous moments are the moments that build you the best. Life is short. It's ticking. And even when I say life is short, automatically we think, well, I'm not 100 years old yet, so yeah, life is not that short. You never know. Every breath we take, we renew our soul contract. Again, every breath that we take, we renew our soul contract. Every choice that we make, we either improve the conditions in our soul contract or giving us more challenges to go. So please, even if nobody asks a question, I'm already with the answer. So this is why I'm doing this live, and I'm happy about that. I know some of you going through some maybe minor challenges in your life, but altogether, when you put them together, it can be kind of bothering, and you get restless and you kind of get emotionally tired. Please don't. Know how special you are. And those 4 viewers right now that are meant to be here in this live listening to it, you're my address. I'm addressing you. You know that you're spiritually gifted. You know that you're spiritually, what I will call it, aligned with, with your real self, with your body, with your physical body. I know that you guys want to explore more. It means your soul does. So if I'm talking to you and I'm telling you that all of you have some significant shift coming, just like the world does, just like my life just went through it. And the shift is not necessarily a bad thing. When it's shifting, just like you do in everything else that shifts, you just hold on. Hold on to your prayers. Hold on to your good acts. And again, good acts don't have to be materialistic. The most beautiful acts are those who make somebody just feel better on a bad day. Pray for others. Even if you don't hear back from them about the prayer, pray for others, because the moment you do that, others pray for you. And they don't have to know that. That's how souls communicate. Choose good. Avoid drama. Avoid dishonesty. If you've been something in the past that was not what you are now, forget that. Actually, take it as an example of how you woke up spiritually from that. Learn to love yourself in a way you've never loved yourself. Love nature, even without being active in nature. Just love. Just love and be happy. And you see what happens to your soul. Your soul is going to just slowly, slowly crawl underneath the depth of your emotions area of your body and then go and rise. And she's going to rise above you. And that soul is going to be like attracting angels to it and guides. That's how it works. You cannot open that door of blessings when you're doing bad things or when you are depressed or sad, or it doesn't work like that. If I want to go to the pool, a better way, wear a bathing suit, correct? If I want to go and meet my guides and angels, I better be prepared with open arms, with your thoughts, with your emotions, at night when nobody hears, speak, and they hear you. Life, in this generation especially, is very, very busy. Life in this generation especially is very, very distracting. Okay? There's too many distractions. So it's very hard to align. It's very hard to collect ourselves. But this is where you shine. Even if now you see you're in the world that really needs healing as a world, you shine. You're not going to help other souls only. You're going to help the world. Each and every one of you can help the world. We're souls. We're mortals. We're part of the Creator. We can do anything we want in this body and in the afterlife. Let me read one more question. If you have a question, ask him now, because I need to go and get my medication. Let's see. I definitely need that shift because I lost my love. Hold on. It says slow connection, so I apologize when I read it. First of all, nothing's lost. Don't use these terms. You didn't lose anyone. Okay? You lost their physical appearance, maybe their voice, but you didn't lose. Loved ones are not lost. We are the one who are lost. We are the one who need to be found always. Definitely need that because it was my husband, and it's been tough, especially right now. Okay, so let's manifest. You really need your husband right now because it's tough. So you're just saying he is. You know, as a soul, people don't realize, like, why can't they hear us and we can't hear them? Because they lost their limitations. They took off the earthly clothing, the limiting, sad, earthly clothing, the tired, the sick, and they are a soul. Any of our loved ones. And they're not only next to us as human beings, but they're going to be also inside of us, right next to our soul, neighboring our soul and giving it advice. When you pass, you're everywhere. You everywhere you want to be. You're not limited. There's no past, present, or future. You are everything and everywhere. So trust me, when you miss him, he probably gets sad because he wants to tell you, hey, I'm here, I'm waiting. I'm where it's real, where the real fun is. You know, so think about it like that. Candle, the music that you guys used to love listening together. Remember him from a place of understanding. That's what I tell everybody, from a place of understanding. Remember your loved one, not from sadness. Not from a place of sadness, because that will create a block. It will create like a little curtain between you and them. He is in a reality where there are no negative feelings. And it's very hard to communicate with a soul that has no negative feelings and bring negativity to it. It's almost like you're going to, instead of him pulling you to ascend close to him, especially in your dreams and your prayers, you don't want to bring him close to you where it's sad and angry and lonely and depressive, okay? So you guys have to understand that. Those things are like, we're not a religion, but to me, when you're sad, when you're upset, when you're angry, it happens to all of us. Nobody's, even a little bit, even if you're angry at your heart, you commit a sin to me because you're really just blocking you're closing all the blinds so the light doesn't come in. And from the inside out, there are blinds and you have to open them so light can come in, can consume your body. And if you love him, and I'm sure you love him, you're just going to say, I can't wait to reunite with you. Here, I'm lighting a candle to you so you can be here. Welcome him with love, with happiness. Speak to him. You might not hear back, but he can hear you definitely. Again, the soul in its original form does not have any limitations. And when you do that, and I know it's easier said than done, but this is your trial. This is a divine challenge. This is not something you caused. You didn't want him to pass, God forbid. So when it happens, see the trial and see the challenge from a place of love, unconditional love, and you'll be able to telepathically hear and speak to your husband. But most importantly and most beautifully, you'll see signs coming to you. But again, no negative feelings can punch a hole between this consciousness and the world to come. So you really need to be, just like if you go somewhere very fun and exciting and happy, you're going to wear clothes that you feel happy in and fancy. It's the same thing. It's a big occasion to talk to our loved ones who pass. And for that occasion, we have to keep our mind clear, understanding, loving, unconditionally. Don't pretend to be happy because your husband will realize that. You have to understand, we are dealing with the world of souls where we need to meet them halfway and not try to, quote unquote, drag them to us, okay? So I'm glad I was able to answer you. I knew that I had to do something today. I was like, I'm sick. I have to go to a doctor's appointment like now, but I have a little bit of time before, and I decided to do this live, all for you. So thank you so much. And if anybody has a question, feel free right now in the next 10 seconds. Otherwise, I will turn this off, and you can, and more than welcome, to rewind this live session from the beginning, and hopefully you can resonate with some of the stuff. But other than that, thank you, all of you. And again, especially you guys who are watching it, for being such loyal followers to your soul. I don't even care about my page more than I know that your soul benefits from it. So you are followers. You spoil your soul in a good way. You nurtured your soul with stuff like that. And that shows a lot about you. And I'm glad just to be the channel, the tube that takes it from you to me and back to you. There's a question by Jeanette, sorry, oh my glasses. Hello Jeanette, how are you? Also a good follower of this page. My son passed away at age 24, September 2023. I feel his energy, well, you guys can read, right? I feel his energy always. I know my guardian angels are helping me through this difficult journey. Let me see. I have another son that needs me, so I'm trying to be strong. Well, Jeanette, the first 3 sentences that you said showed how strong you are, showed understanding. If you know, which knowing is a big thing, unlike believing. Knowing is a fact. Believing can have an ounce of doubt. You know that he's with you. It's amazing. And you know that he's like your guardian angel, and all these things are 100%. You have another one that needs you, and you're trying to be strong. That's what you said. I promise you that, well, I know I spoke to you before, well, one day I'll tell you, but your journey has a lot to do with your son, your 2 sons, but the one who passed away. And a lot of people know that there is no pain on earth, no emotional pain. I'm saying emotional, not feeling wise. Emotional pain, no greater emotional pain than a parent that have to lose and bury their loved ones, their children, because it's against nature. So the pain is pain that you can try to even comfort a mother about this pain. But, and it's a big but, those who were chosen in their, because of their life contract to bear that pain, to lose a child who's probably came here just for 24 years because that's all he needed to do here. A lot of people go young because they're here to just, even if it's a completion of one task that they needed to do that is heavenly, until it's done, we move on. But Jeanette, speak to your son. I'm convinced, I'm feeling, and it's not a psychic session, but sometimes it comes automatically. I'm feeling that he is a part of your soul journey right now. And I'm feeling that you need to to be as strong as you can, because this is really one of your greatest challenges before ascending. And you can ascend even in this body. Ascending does not mean from here straight to heaven. You can ascend a little bit above your head, and that's called the aura, okay? A halo, meaning you are ascending to a point when you're above. You're ascending to a point when you're above physical body with physical needs. So even you, Jeanette, try to ascend outside your body, because then you're going to feel your son smell around you, because it's him. You're going to feel everything that you feel. Only the things that you know about him will be all around you. And then you'll know that he's with you. And a lot of channels are music, candles, anything that souls can relate to. But just the fact that you are a good mom who already saying that you're going to be strong for your other one, that means you're ready and you're accepting your journey. And oh, I'm sure nobody would want to ever replace your challenges and trials. And the fact that you're here on this chat and speaking like that and expressing yourself shows out really how strong you are. And I don't need to know that, because your son knows it even better than us, even better than you. And your son passed away to a place that is good, to a place that is good, that is perfect. And he's watching his mom, and he's watching his brother, and everything should continue. And even though the pain is hard, immediately switch it with faith, with believing that you're all going to reunite soon. There are many, many ways to reunite telepathically in this body, but you have to somehow forgive all sadness, or at least put the sadness aside and open up, because the same veil that I told Suze about, she lost the love of her life, the same veil is there between you and your son. And it's up to us. We don't have to communicate with a loved one who passed away to actually punch the hole in that veil. It's up to our understanding. And I wish you nothing but comfort, Jeanette. And I wish you to have these journeys, meaning open up in front of you as soon as possible, so you can walk that path and understand how special of a soul you are. And that applies to every one of you watching, now or later. You're special souls. My page was not there to collect followers who are going to just like Facebook posts or share them, or, it's kind of cool, look at this meme. No. My page is for souls who are meant to be there, listening, watching, saying something, because this is my soul journey, and this is why I created it. So I hope I answered you, and I'm sending you all a huge amount of light, because of all the light you send my way. I have to. I don't have much physical to give right now, but I'm giving you a lot of spiritual energies, a lot of them, and hoping that they're going to manifest to an amazing evening and amazing day and week to come, because it's important. It's important to feel amazing. It's important to be in a state of mind that is amazing. And the pain is imaginable. I said in the beginning that nobody can even start to describe it, but the harder the pain you're getting in this world, the bigger the reward you're getting in the world of souls. You'll get nothing but light and extra light. And you have to understand, your soul contract did not start in this world and ending. I mean, with your son, it's all past life stuff. You'll understand it when you cross over yourself. Okay? And everything will make sense. All of us. Everything will make sense. And we will just laugh at today. We will laugh at this world. But in the meantime, as long as we are in the game, we got to be good sports. And no matter what you believe, what faith, it doesn't matter. I zoom out. I don't care about people's faith. That's their faith. I care about spirituality. I care about you knowing that you're a soul. And I just care about you. Just do the right thing. Choose kindness. Choose goodness. Everything good. Because I know it feeds the soul. Avoid bad. Even if you're not directly connected to it, avoid negativity. Your soul does not need it. It stains. Now you have to go and you don't want those spiritual stains on your soul. Avoid it. There's a lot of good to do, a lot of positivity to be around, even in today's world. So thank you so much, guys. You're amazing. Have a beautiful one. Thank you for tuning in. And that's it. I'm sending you lights. God bless.